Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn Academic English. I'm Jenna, and on this channel I teach intermediate and advanced level lessons for English learners who want to take their language to the next level. If you use English for school or work, today's lesson is going to be especially helpful for you. Today I'm going to talk about advanced irregular noun plurals. So in today's short lesson, I'm going to give you a quiz to see how much you already know about this topic. Then I will explain the rules one by one, and then at the end of the video, we will take the quiz again to see how much you learned. Before we get into that, please don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you find it helpful. And note that I offer memberships of 2 different levels if you would like more connection and feedback from me every week. So let's get into that little quiz. I'm going to show you the singular form of 7 nouns, and you're going to see if you know how to make them plural. You can pause the video at any time if you want to write your answers down. Number 1, hypothesis. Hypothesis. Number 2, memorandum. So this is the long form of the word memo that you probably know from work. Memorandum. Number 3, stimulus. Stimulus. Number 4, species. Species. Number 5, deer. Deer. Number 6, curriculum. Curriculum. And number 7, criterion. Criterion. Okay, so at the end of the video, we'll take that quiz again and you'll be able to check your answers then. But first, let's get into the different rules for advanced irregular noun plurals. First of all, you should note that most of these words are longer words that originally came from Greek or Latin, and that's why they have irregular noun plural forms. And in formal situations, like in school and work, we usually retain that irregular plural form, even if it's a little bit tricky or awkward. So the first group that you should know is if the noun ends in is, to make it plural, you change is to es. In other words, you don't just add es to the end of the word. You actually have to change is to es. For example, crisis, crises. Analysis, analyses. Thesis, theses. Axis, axes. Parenthesis, parentheses. Okay, many of these nouns are usually used either in the singular or the plural form. For example, the word thesis is often used when we talk about writing in school, but it's rare for us to say theses, but sometimes it happens. Another word is analysis. That's usually done in the singular form, and the plural form is not very common. On the other hand, parentheses usually refers to 2 marks, and those are usually used in the plural form only. Let's go to the second group. These are words that end in on or um, and the plural form is that you drop the on or um and you add an a. For example, datum, data. Okay, so this is another example of a noun that's usually used only in the plural form. It's very rare to hear anyone say datum, but if you work in a scientific area like in a laboratory, you might hear that word. Memorandum, memoranda. Usually we use the short form memo, but you can hear both of those also. Bacterium, bacteria. Bacteria is also usually used in the plural form, but the singular is bacterium. Phenomenon, phenomena. The next group ends in us, and in the plural form, we drop us and add I. The most common example is fungus, fungi. And we use both of those fairly often, actually. Syllabus, syllabi. This is a word that I use in my work all the time because on the first day of school, I always give my students a syllabus. A syllabus is a kind of packet that's usually in written form that explains the class information, the class policies, the schedule, all of the important information about the course. And in school, you can often hear one syllabus or plural syllabi. Alumnus, alumni. An alumnus is a person who graduated from a particular university or college. Alumni is the plural. Nucleus, nuclei. So if you study biology or other sciences, you'll probably come across those words. The next group is es or is that changes to ices. For example, index, indices. Now, this is a pretty formal form. It's possible that you might hear indexes in more informal speech, but you also could come across the irregular form as well. Appendix, appendices. Here the word appendix is referring to the information that comes at the back of a textbook. These are often lists of information that could be useful to the reader. For example, in a grammar book, the appendices include lists of irregular verbs, a list of comma rules, or a list of common conjunctions. And the final group is nouns that have no change. The first couple ones are pretty tricky. Species, species. So for this one, the singular form ends in an S, and it looks like a plural. We can say one species of animal, two species of animals. So again, the singular and plural are exactly the same. Series, series. And we have several animal nouns that follow this pattern. Deer, moose, buffalo, fish, shrimp, sheep. Okay, so now that we know the rules, let's go ahead and take that quiz again and see how you do this time. Number 1, hypothesis. Can you write down the plural form? Number 2, memorandum. Number 3, stimulus. Number 4, series. Number 5, deer. Number 6, curriculum. And number 7, criterion. Okay, let's go ahead and check our answers. Number 1, hypothesis. The plural is hypotheses. Notice that we pronounce it with a long E sound, hypotheses. Memorandum. The plural is memoranda. Number 3, stimulus. So a stimulus is something that could be shown to someone that makes a person react in a certain way. We often use this in scientific experiments or other formal situations, especially in science. The plural form is stimuli. And notice that we pronounce it with the I sound at the end, stimuli. Number 4, species. The plural form is the same, species. Number 5, deer. The plural form is the same, deer. Number 6, curriculum. Curriculum is the material that is taught in an academic course. So for example, when I teach my classes, I have to follow a curriculum. It's a kind of plan of the material that is taught in a class. And the plural form is curricula. And finally, Criterion, the plural form is criteria. This one is usually used in the plural form, criteria. Criteria are factors that you might consider to help you make a decision. So I hope that you learned something new in this lesson, and please let me know if you have questions. Don't forget to practice with me. You can let me know what your score was on the quiz, and I always leave a question that you can use to practice in the comments. I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care.